Scott Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
Great to have you with us. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Jeffy's already started. I'm about to kick him out of the studio right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah.
I'm just...
First of all, let's address the elephant in the room. Not Jeffy this time.
Oh.
But you're stupid. What are you doing with the Idaho State shirt?
Oh, I don't know. Just grab something out of the closet.
Oh,
today.
did you? Did you?
Yeah.
So just so happens BYU's playing Idaho State this weekend.
I'll make it better.
Huh. Okay, that's, yeah.
That doesn't make it better.
No,
Does it
it
not?
really doesn't.
Oh, so you don't want me to wear the BYU support here? I mean...
Also, the Idaho State, sure, bad color choice.
What do you mean? You don't like the orange?
The Idaho State should be in black if you're going to put orange like that on it.
Let's see it.
And so it stands out a little bit better. That does not stand out. Yeah, just draw on it. Just, that'll look great.
Well, I'm sorry that it offends you, but just again a rando grab out of the old closet today, and here we are. So that's your big game this morning.
Win handily against Idaho.
Yeah, that's your game. It's in Provo, I'd imagine. You're not going to Pocatello.
Oh, no.
It's not a home and home?
No.
I was surprised because we went.
That's a 2-for-1? No.
We went through Pocatello last summer, and I was surprised. It seemed like the entire campus was all within like 5 feet of the interstate.
Yeah, it's
just
very
like
close
right
to the
there,
interstate.
you know?
It is.
But cute little town, Pocatello.
Pocatello's, I like Pocatello.
There's a lot of stuff going on in Pocatello.
Yeah, what else is going on in Pocatello?
Yeah,
Just all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of things.
Yeah, the nightlife's crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Oh, man.
So will your
Sure it
boys score 70
No.
like they should have done last week?
No.
No.
Oh, no.
Nope. Because what's going to happen is after the first, maybe even to start the game, he's going to have no starters in the game. I mean, we'll start with a few starters.
He's got to start.
He'll
with the
pull them.
starters.
We'll have second stringers by the second quarter. We'll be running up the middle every freaking play. It'll be
That's annoying.
agonizing.
Although, what's his face could get another, have a 400-yard night.
Tyler Algier.
He's been great.
So
He's awesome.
how many points did you score last week?
66 against Virginia.
And you decided to give up at the
But
10-yard line?
he pulled up at
Yes.
the end.
Yes.
I was
Pulled
like,
up at
all
the
right,
10,
they're
at the
going to
10.
get 70. I wanted them to get 70 so bad.
Had we gotten 73, now that's an eye opener.
Yes,
I mean,
it is.
66 is good, but 73 to 49,
I know.
that's a beat down.
Yes.
You know what you need? You need that coach from Inglewood that scores 104 every game to show
Yeah,
up
but
and be your
he
new
bent
coach.
the knee at the end, though.
Yeah, he apologized.
That's agonizing.
I hate that. So they couldn't stop you. That's not your fault.
Right.
Is it? Well, they're just high school kids. But yeah, they need to learn a lesson here.
Thank you.
You need to learn a lesson to get better.
Yeah,
If you're going to play in that district in California, you better do better,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Or get out of the league
And-
go down a classification.
Or just quit your whining.
And
Yeah.
honestly,
Yes.
fire the losing coach before you fire the guy who scored 104.
I think the guy's in danger. I'll bet you he was threatened.
I bet
you
he was,
must apologize,
you got to bend the knee.
or we're going to have to get rid of you, because they're looking for a pound of flesh there.
Yep.
I mean, they were talking about an investigate. You're going to
Investigate a
investigate
team?
What does that mean?
football team for a win.
Are they going to dissect every play? I mean, can you imagine taxpayer?
Crazy.
It's a public school. Taxpayer dollars used to sit there in a room with a recording of the game. No, so now why did you call the sweep on this? Because you're up by 50 at this point.
Why did you, when you're up 104 to nothing, why did you go for 2? Because 106 looks better than 105. That's why. What do you, get off me, okay? Did you hire me to win football games or not?
Right.
That's what I did. Now, if 106 points is too many to score, tell me how many I may score.
Well, that's what they're going to do,
Safely.
right? That's what
Yeah.
they're going to do. They're
You
just
can
gonna
score
have,
50
they're just
points
gonna
and
have
then shut it down.
Right. If you're
Gonna have
up,
to.
If you're up by more than 45 at halftime, that's the game.
Think about that, because this will have to enter into his thinking every single game now, because he had to apologize for this because they made such a big deal out of it. If he were to score 65 this weekend, people would be all over him. You beat somebody else really bad too. Yeah, I did.
I know.
Yeah, I did.
I know.
You're mean. Yeah. On the football field, I am.
I know.
Yeah. So Did you ever hear of Mean Joe Green? Super mean on the football field. Nicest guy you'd ever meet off the football field. That's kind of what I am.
How many times did you meet Joe?
73.
Really?
73 times.
Wow, that's great. That's awesome.
But I've read that about him many times. That in fact, he didn't like the nickname Mean Joe because he wasn't mean.
We found out that it really was a kind of a fluke that he was called that, right? Because North Texas was the mean green.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And so there was confusion as to whether he was named after his college team or was he named mean because he's mean. Yeah. Because the mean green of North Texas.
He better apologize for those 4 Super Bowl wins he has. I'll tell you that.
That's too many.
I know.
Do you know there are teams with 0 Super Bowls?
I know.
Selfish pigs. Selfish. All right. 888-933-93. Also,
hold on.
at Pat Unleashed on Twitter.
I'm looking up Morningside's schedule.
Yeah.
They have lost this year. Not only 106-0, right? They've lost 50-0. They've lost 67-0. I think the issue is your coach, Morningside, not the Inglewood guy. Oh my gosh.
Have they had any close games?
Yeah, they're 2-4. 2-8.
Okay, 2-8. Mm-hmm. Jeez. But, I mean, in California, in Texas, in Florida, in Ohio, if you're in the major classification of high school football,
get better.
You need to get better.
Absolutely.
Because you're going to get your head kicked in. If you're not.
I hope everything is above board for Englewood, though, because they'll be looking into his recruiting, if there's any, high school recruiting.
Eligible players and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, true.
It's interesting how it is interesting how they continue to do well year after year after year after year.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
I mean, it's just a talented district, Pat.
Right, yes.
Right.
It's just people are born good football players in those
Sometimes
districts.
in high school, a coach may come to visit a game or two and a parent and say, you should come to this school.
Right. Maybe you buy a house in the district.
Or
or maybe you just bus your kid in.
You're Catholic, right? You're Catholic, right?
Let me show you our nicest PO boxes in the district. They're right over here.
All right, 888-933-93. Yesterday we talked about QAnon. What a weird group this is. I don't even begin to understand where these things come from. And this latest deal that they did in Dealey Plaza with about 300 people that showed up waiting for JFK to turn up.
No, he didn't show up, though,
He
right?
didn't show up. I think what's going to happen is he's coming on his dad's assassination anniversary.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think. So they
confused
confused the 2nd with the 22nd.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When you get visions like that, sometimes you miss.
Sometimes you miss a little something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I think is going to happen. But the reason it's okay for JFK to usher Donald Trump back into the presidency, because that's what they think was going to happen, is because everything that's happened in the United States of America since 1871 has been illegitimate.
Oh.
Yeah. It's all illegitimate.
What happened in 1871?
The U.S. incorporated as a corporation in 1871. Really? Yeah, and that negated everything else from then on. Okay. So I didn't realize we did that, because we didn't. But what did happen was the District of Columbia, that municipality, they transitioned into a corporation or something. It's like I don't know. It's some technical thing where they can govern that particular area without being affected by the federal government or any state.
Can I incorporate as a sovereign individual with freedom and rights?
No.
I can't?
No, you can't.
But why can they?
Because they're the District of Columbia. That's why.
So that stinks.
So anyway, that's why they think the Constitution's illegitimate now.
Oh, okay.
Because it hasn't been adhered to in a long time. Well, and that is true. That part is true.
Yeah.
That is the one true thing.
Right.
Constitution hasn't been adhered to in a good long while.
Yeah, a lot of chatter on the old Twitter yesterday among Pat heads.
On the QAnon?
Yeah.
Please tell me we didn't have any believers.
No. And Jenny Judd is one of the Pat heads who said, well, if you think this is crazy.
Yeah.
Page 2. We've got another one here. QAnon's been pushing.
Okay. QAnon telegrams spreading around that the Queen is dead.
Yeah.
Princess Diana is alive.
Oh.
Well, I don't know about that, but the Queen is dead. I believe that.
Okay.
Do you?
And so,
oh my gosh, they're going to drag her around like Weekend at Bernie's from now on. Yeah. She's. I mean,
okay. She's gone though. We lost her.
Oh yeah, but they don't want to say that she's dead
But Princess Di is alive. Do you believe that as well?
Yeah.
Princess Diana is alive and returning as a monarch, calling it Operation London Bridge.
Okay. All right. Let's stop for a second. Just stop for a second. One of the things that the Pat Heads were saying yesterday, many, were saying that, it feels like QAnon is just really this far left group that is trying to make the right look crazy.
That's a good point.
It does seem like that.
It does.
And
does
I
seem
am
that
willing
way.
to glom onto that one.
Me too.
Because this is stop.
Now, I read that there were 250,000 QAnon adherents. Even if that's true, even if that's an accurate number, that is a tiny, minute little percentage of people. They were saying yesterday that I read a headline. What was it? Was it New York Times maybe? That QAnon is now as popular as some major religions. No. And what they cited was that 15% of Americans believe that violence at some point may be necessary to return
so that means
to our founding
QAnon?
principles. So that right. Thank you. That doesn't have necessarily anything to do with QAnon. Thomas Jefferson said that. I don't believe that he was QAnon.
He was right? He's not the founder of that as well?
No.
Okay.
No, he did not.
Scientology peaked
QAnon.
in the 90s at 100,000 members. Now they're around 20,000. We still need to go on a field trip over here, Jeffy.
I think Scientology's got more than that.
Okay. Well.
Wow. That's bad. If they're down to 20,000?
More than that in Clearwater, Florida.
Wow. That's really bad. That's not very many people.
No, it is not. No way they've got more than that.
Okay.
Maybe people are turned off by the weirdness of Tom Cruise.
Not in downtown Clearwater.
Wait, required courses cost $650 each to go.
Oh, it could be quite expensive.
It's not about the money.
Thank you.
Come on, give it to me, Jeffy. Give me. Hold on. Jeffy's going to give us the elevator pitch for Scientology. Go.
Not about the money.
Go. Okay, here we go. We're on the first floor. We're going up to the 34th
All right,
floor.
Mr. McTavish, tell us about it.
About the belief
Tell us about
L. Ron Hubbard and Dianetics. Okay.
Okay, so why should I join your little Scientology group here?
Because it will, when you participate, as you go through the levels. What are they called again?
Theta.
Yeah, the thetas. When you get to the different
I'm at my floor. Too bad. Sorry.
But you need to clear. You need to clear all those thetas out of you, and that's expensive.
The
clearing process that for free.
Yeah,
wait, clearing process costs millions of dollars.
Isn't that called a cleansing or cleanse? Is
it might be.
It's like a green drink you take for that, or did they get all the thetas out of you?
Diet does help.
It's a little more complicated than a drink. Obviously, there's a system there that you have to employ.
When are we going over there, man?
I don't know. We need to.
Is there a center right around here?
We've talked about this countless times, man. We got to go
not far from here. I know.
How far is it?
Half a mile.
Let's go today.
Let's go today. I can't today. Okay. Shoot.
Darn it.
I've got theta cleansing. Leave me alone.
Well, that's perfect then. We're
scheduled.
Headed over.
Had it scheduled a long time ago.
All right. 888-900-3393, the number to call. In Washington yesterday, Kamala got out of her motorcade. I think there were there weren't 85 cars, but I think there were like 73. There were 73 vehicles in the vice presidential motorcade.
Probably not far off.
Probably isn't. She hops out of the vehicle with her mask and then sees a group of people she wants to take a photo with, and here's what happens.
Wait.
Takes off the mask.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Oh.
Wait a minute. What did they say? Oh, happy Dolly. Okay, so wait. What? I don't understand why, if you're getting in a group like that,
would you take the mask off?
And Biden does the same thing. They do the exact opposite of what it's supposed to do.
It's let me virtue signal. Let me see. Yep. I've got my mask on.
Right.
And then it's time to be. I will guarantee you. I will bet everything Jeffy owns that inside that car,
that's not much.
Inside that car, there's no way she was wearing that mask.
No.
They pulled up. Hang on. Okay. All right, now open the door.
Her handlers definitely don't let her get out of that car without the mask on.
No doubt about it.
So she probably had it on for a total of 10 seconds there for this job.
Yep. All right. Do you find yourself turning on the news and feeling hopeless? Open borders, spending gone crazy, the prospect of more mandates, lockdowns, inflation.
I do.
The list goes on and on. Me too. But there is something you can do about it. You can buy from companies that believe what you and I believe. We need to stick together now more than ever. And there's one company willing to stand with you since 2012. It's Patriot Mobile. Patriot Mobile is America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. They offer broad nationwide coverage. In fact, they use the same towers as all the major carriers. And they have plans to fit any budget. And their 100% U.S.-based customer support team provides exceptional customer service. More importantly, they share your values. They support organizations fighting for religious freedom and constitutional rights and life. What was it, AT&T? We just found out about them this week. Just had a story about what are their wacky, out-of-control, left-wing policies at AT&T. I mean, same with Verizon. What was it? And in fact, I mentioned... Darn it. Yeah. I'll find it, but they're out of control left. That's why Patriot Mobile and being a customer of Patriot Mobile is so important. Go to patriotmobile.com/Pat or call 972-PATRIOT. You'll get free activation when you use the offer code PAT. They always have special discounts for veterans and first responders, too, and for multi-line accounts. Support a company that loves America and you and supports your values. PatriotMobile.com/Pat or 972-PATRIOT.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
By the way, we go back to standard time this weekend.
Oh my
Sunday morning at 2 a.m.
Yeah, make sure you do it right.
Make sure you set your alarm for 2 o'clock in the morning, Sunday, and set your clock back.
Because if you miss it, if you're not up at 2 a.m., then
you've blown it.
You're off an hour for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the only thing you really have to change in your house anymore? Is maybe the microwave?
Yeah.
Maybe
The microwave.
the oven, and maybe the coffee maker, right? Maybe. Maybe.
I love this.
I don't have a coffee maker, so I don't even have to do that.
I love this meme going
have
around.
to do that.
I can't wait to set the clocks back this weekend and get an extra hour of unable to sleep. Exactly.
Yeah. Yes. That's true. But, okay, so Saturday night before bed, set your clock back an hour. Spring ahead, fall back. That's how you remember which way to go with it.
I wish we could just make a decision.
I know.
Pick one.
It should be standard time.
Yes.
And leave it alone. Okay? Standard time all the time.
Or would you rather have daylight or standard?
I'd rather have standard.
Okay, all right.
I want standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, Jeffy, you talk about setting all the clocks. You know, you have a couple in the house probably still to worry about. I think it's Buckingham Palace. 450 clocks around that joint that somebody's got to go and change. I mean, that's stupid.
Well, yeah. I mean, they have the collection of classic clocks, though, at the palace. Hello.
I mean, that's somebody's job.
That's the footman.
This is the guy right here who is changing every one of those clocks.
And then he, stop. Okay, but then he walks by another one and he's like, oh, crap, I'm a minute off here. And then he's got, stop it. No way is every clock in that joint all the same.
Oh, I bet they are. Oh. I would fire him in a heartbeat if it wasn't.
And why does he care?
They probably insist on it.
Absolutely.
You just said the queen is dead, so...
Well, I mean, but the
queen is dead, long live the king.
That's Charles, is that you?
What's happening? Yeah.
Not sure it matters on the clocks now.
Did you notice that? I mean, the left is all freaked out over this "Let's Go Brandon" thing.
Oh, they can't take it.
They can't stand it
because they can't. It wasn't them that started this ground swell.
Right. That actually started organically.
Yeah.
And just blew up organically.
Yeah. And I know that the lie, it's really I'm okay with it because they lie about stuff all the time. Yeah. The anti-Let's Go Brandon people. So I'm okay with the lie of the media lady was, lying about it. She was just covering her butt.
Yeah, well,
she's
what's she going to
That's
say?
what I'm saying.
They're
it wasn't the
chanting!
media. It wasn't the media lying about what the crowd was saying. She was just covering it up in an interview.
Yes.
But the organic growth of it, they hate
it,
man.
And they can't stand that it's something they don't have. I mean, all during the Trump years, they had people saying F Donald Trump
my gosh.
over and over and over. And we just played yesterday with Robert De Niro, who did it at the Tony Awards on national television.
And they loved him for it.
They gave him a standing ovation
Right.
for minutes.
He made the rounds on talk shows saying it for months.
But it's not enough. They have to have absolutely every single segment of our society. And it's, they act like that's all controlled by the right. When they have all the Hollywood people, all the Hollywood movies, all the primetime TV, they have all streaming TV and movies. They have the music industry, the art world. They have NBC, CBS, ABC, CNN, MSNBC, nearly all daily newspapers, nearly every major corporation, and it's still not enough for them.
Well, and now they've got sports, effectively.
And they've got the sports world. They have education. They have every segment of society, and all we have is Let's Go Brandon, and they can't handle it.
Yeah.
It's killing them. I love it.
Yes,
I love it.
And then on top of that, they're, of course, now going nuclear with their rage because of what happened Tuesday night at the various elections around the country.
Right.
Virginia specifically. I don't know if you want to play this right here, Pat, but boy, the talking heads on the left Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, were explaining what happened in Virginia.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Were they? All right, let's hear their explanation.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Glenn Youngkin played the race card for a reason because he knows
What?
it works on
Pause it.
certain white voters.
Youngkin played the race card?
Oh.
What are you talking about? All right, let's hear the rest of this.
He did stoke white grievance politics to mobilize the Republican base.
He's laundered Trump's really sort of
my gosh.
disgusting, flagrant out racism. He's wrapped it in education.
Education,
Right.
which is code for white parents don't like the idea of teaching about race.
That's the fundamental problem for these parents and this anti-CRT movement. They don't like the way whiteness is being portrayed in these new, more inclusive lessons.
This wasn't about those pocketbook issues. This was
Pause
about
it for a second.
how
No, they don't like the way whiteness is being portrayed. No, I will grant you that. No, they don't, and I don't, and you shouldn't either. No one should like it. They are being the other way racist against whites now because it's a punishment, or we're going to get back at you. It's revenge. Everybody else is your victim. You guys have been the oppressors for far too long. You can't teach race politics like that. You can't tell children that they're bad just because they're white.
Right.
Yeah, we have a problem with that.
Yes, yes.
I have a problem with that.
Yes.
You're exactly right about that, and I should, and so should you. And if you don't, well, you're a racist. Let's see the rest of this.
This wasn't about those pocketbook issues. This was about how white kids feel talking about what black kids go through.
The subtext of all this was, we can't let these black and brown people run the country.
Glenn Youngkin running
Nobody said that.
on critical race theory that
We had a president
hit a chord
a couple of years ago.
race.
I think
who
all
was
the
black.
CRT stuff is trumped up dog whistling.
Some of it was
Oh my gosh.
dog whistle racism.
The
Dog
dog
whistle.
whistle messaging that you saw.
Well, then nobody
Youngkin
heard it, 'cause only
engaging
dogs hear
during
dog
the course
whistles.
of the campaign.
CRT is in the latest line of school busing, crosstown busing.
I can't take
welfare
it.
queens.
I can't do it
You
anymore.
have it.
I can't do it anymore.
Yep.
So it's racist
Yes.
that a white guy lost
Yes.
to another white guy. And it's racist that they elected a black woman as attorney general. Huh. Or was it lieutenant governor? Lieutenant governor.
Lieutenant governor in Virginia.
So in other words, the
Winston.
same
Because-
people, like you said, the same people that went into the ballot box, into the voting booth, and voted on the form that got a white guy out of there. But I mean, obviously, that's a bad example because they're both white guys.
But they voted for a black woman.
Right. They voted
for lieutenant governor.
because they're racist, voted for the black woman. I mean, just the madness.
And correct me.
Asinine.
And again, like you said, they're both white, right? McAuliffe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Why didn't the Democrats
and
nominate a black
Young.
dude?
Yeah.
Or a black woman to be governor? Why did they?
They
this?
pushed the race card so bad, and Obama still is doing it. Obama still does it.
Yes, he does.
He's made a living off of that.
Unbelievable.
It is. I'm sorry, weren't you elected twice? Even though you're a Marxist, we still elected you.
You see the interview he did? And I don't know what show it was, but he's with Springsteen. You know, they've got their podcast, but they were doing a separate interview with Springsteen. And they talked about Clarence, the saxophone player for Springsteen, who's a black guy. And Obama said, they love him on stage, but if they ran into him in a bar, then the N-word comes out. And Springsteen's like, yep. So he called his, that's basically just calling his audience, racist. But that's okay. It's all right.
Man.
Screw him. Screw them both.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, God.
Let's go, Brandon, on both of them.
No doubt about it.
And it's the first time, by the way, in the history of Virginia that a black woman has been elected to that office, lieutenant governor. They've never had a black person in that office. Republicans are the ones who elected her.
Thank you.
Republicans.
Yeah. I think any statewide office in Virginia, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Yeah, I think that is true. There's never been a black person in any of them.
A black woman.
Woman.
Yeah.
Right. Because they just had a black.
They had a black governor about 20, 30 years ago. Yeah.
Was it a governor?
Yeah.
Or was it a lieutenant governor or
I think that
attorney general? Remember the big scandal in Virginia with what's his face in blackface? What was his name?
Northam?
Yes.
Northam.
Northam. Northam was in blackface, and then there was some problem with the lieutenant governor, and then there was a problem with the attorney general, too. All three of them were Democrats, and all three of them were in a huge scandal. And all three of them skated because nobody cared. Because they're Democrats, and they can do whatever they want, and they're never called out.
But back 1990 to 94,
they had a black
Virginia
governor?
had Doug Wilder.
Okay.
He was the governor, yeah. But
as far as
a
first time for black
female,
woman
right.
in any statewide
And of
office.
course, former Governor Jim Gilmore, former presidential candidate.
What happened to him?
Right,
What's he doing these days? You guys
guy.
go and play golf?
He was my guy. I love him.
Yeah.
He was an ambassador under Trump to Germany for a while.
But we don't know what he's doing right this second?
He's
sleeping.
I think he's sleeping right now.
Thank you. Okay,
He
I saw that one
probably
coming.
is.
Yeah.
I wonder what he is doing. I'm going to find out.
Also, this is just an interesting aside to this whole voting situation. 2/3 of Terry McAuliffe voters say photo ID should be required to vote.
Oh, what?
2
racists.
3/3 of Terry McAuliffe voters, 66%. So it's 80% of blacks, 66% of Terry McAuliffe Democrat voters. I think it's about 93% of Republicans. It's 75% of independents. There is not a single person in this country, well, there's very few people, who are opposed to asking you to bring an ID to the booth.
Right. We're asked for an identification for so many things.
Yes.
It's just silly to think that you wouldn't be asked for your identification to vote.
So how do they keep hammering this and how is this not a massive losing issue for them? Because everybody's against them on it.
They just keep
and they just keep
down.
hammering it. It's weird, isn't it?
Yes.
I guess it's because they've got the media, and the media just ignores it. But 81% of Virginians believe a photo ID should be required. That's overall 81%. Isn't that amazing? Wow. An astounding majority of Glenn Youngkin's supporters, 94%. Jeez. And then, of course, the 66% of Terry McAuliffe's.
Right.
There's nobody who doesn't believe, very few again, that don't believe that you shouldn't bring a photo ID to vote. That's just, it's ludicrous. And it's racist.
Yes, it is.
It's racist to believe that minorities can't somehow get a free ID from the state, because they can, and they do.
Yeah, but can they bring a bottle of water with them to vote? No.
They could, yes, if they wanted to. They could.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Says you, white man.
Now they can't get a bottle of water from the workers at the voting place. Breaking news. Pfizer says their anti-COVID pill reduces the risk of hospitalization and death by 89%. It's just a pill you take. So it's a treatment for it. It's not the vaccine. So why do I have to get the vaccine if you got this? This, I believe, we were talking about a month or two ago. And it's Pfizer's version of ivermectin.
Right. And Merck's version just got okayed in the UK of the antiviral as well. Yeah.
So you can take it.
Yes.
Wow. Obviously, it'll be expensive initially, I'm sure. But could you take this instead of the vaccine?
I feel like what I was trying to see when I was reading, but I feel like it could only go after you were diagnosed with COVID.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
So it's not.
So I get COVID and I take the pill, and it reduces my death chance or hospitalization chance by 89%. I'll take those odds.
Smell a stock price going up.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
no
yeah,
kidding.
They are.
No kidding.
Because, like you said, what's ivermectin?
Yeah, it apparently works just like ivermectin does.
Huh.
Isn't that fascinating?
Better demonize ivermectin because we're working on something like ivermectin.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to know. Yes. Funny how that happened, isn't it? I'd see a big billboard driving in today, too, from Baylor White, the hospital people, talking about 85% of the people hospitalized are unvaccinated. And I'd be interested to see what's the percentage of those that you've actually treated other than just said, yep, you've got COVID. Good luck, God bless. Because I hear interviews all the time where the doctors, they don't do anything. They're just like, oh, you got COVID? Oh, yeah, well, okay.
Good luck.
Sucks to be you, huh?
Good luck. Drive safely.
Take some Tylenol, maybe, huh? I mean,
yeah,
that's malpractice.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you should be doing everything you can for your patients.
You think? Yeah, it's
as a medical professional.
Is that the hippo? Hippo oath?
That is the hippo earth. Yes.
Oath?
Yeah, earth, whatever.
Yeah.
Oath, earth.
It's where the hippos live.
Okay. All right.
Hippo earth.
All right. Here's some common sense for us from a place where you wouldn't normally expect common sense. From James Carville.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Listen to this on Democrats losing last Tuesday night.
James Carville, to you, looking at these results, party, what went wrong?
What went wrong was just stupid wokeness. Right? Don't just look at Virginia and New Jersey. Look at Long Island. Look at Buffalo. Look at Minneapolis. Even look at Seattle, Washington. I mean, just defund the police. Lunacy to take Abraham Lincoln's name off of schools. I mean, that people see that, and it's just really have a suppressive effect all across the country. The Democrats, some of these people need to go to a woke detox center or something. I mean, they're expressing a language that people just don't use, and there's a backlash and a frustration at that. And you're right, suburbanites in Northern Virginia, suburbanites in Northern New Jersey, pulled away a little bit. Youngkin never ran any ads against Biden. And I think what he did is just let the Democrats pull the pin and watch a grenade go off and own them. And we got to change this and not be about changing dictionaries and change laws. And these faculty lounge people that sit around mulling about, I don't know what, they're not working. Look what happened in Buffalo. Again, Seattle. I think the Republicans may win a city attorney's race in Seattle. The autonomous zones. Who could even think of something that stupid? And they're suppressing our vote. And I got news for you. You're hurting the party. You're hurting the very people that you want to help. And Terry got caught up. He's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
I'd love to hear her.
He got caught up in something national.
Wrap it up.
That's great. So
that's awesome.
He just stopped in mid-sentence like that? Or
yeah, it was over. PBS NewsHour cut him off.
Okay. All right. Amazing. I mean, that's amazing from James Carville, who's usually agonizing. But even he, as an old school Democrat.
Well, the writing's on the wall.
See what's going on.
Yeah, we need the World Detox Center.
Yeah.
And people are using words that people just don't use.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, check this out for Microsoft. Microsoft has this little, what do they call it? Microsoft Ignite. And I think it's just a presentation that starts the day for Microsoft employees kind of thing. Here's how they started the day at Microsoft.
Hello and welcome to Microsoft Ignite. We've got a big day ahead and lots in store for you.
Good.
First, we want to acknowledge that the land where the Microsoft campus is situated was traditionally occupied by the Sammamish, the Duwamish, the Snoqualmie, the Suquamish, the Muckleshoot,
The Muckleshoot,
Snohomish,
the Muckleshoot
the Tulalip,
have a real
and
claim.
other Coast
I know.
Salish peoples since time immemorial.
Time immemorial.
The people that are still here,
This is
continuing
unreal.
to honor and bring to light their ancient heritage.
Pause it for a second.
My name.
Are you kidding me? First, we want to acknowledge that it belongs, this land that we're on belongs to a whole bunch of other people, not us.
It belonged. It belonged. That's indigenous land acknowledgement.
Yeah. Is that what that is?
Indigenous land acknowledgement.
Good, okay.
We've been doing that for a while.
Hold on a second. And if she doesn't do this every time they intro this crap,
are they going to be pissed?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, now we don't get the credit? What's going on there?
I mean, if it's somebody else's land, get off it. Get off of it and give it back. You know what? Every inch of land on this planet has had a different owner at some point in history. This is so ridiculous. Do you think that all of those Indian tribes just were born there on Microsoft land in Seattle?
It's
no.
important to understand the long-standing history that has brought you to reside on the land and to seek to understand your place within that history, Pat. Land acknowledgements do not exist in a past tense or historical context. Colonialism is a current, ongoing process, and we need to build our mindfulness of our present participation. That's from the guide.
So they just appeared in Seattle in that area?
That's from the Guide to Indigenous Land Acknowledgement.
Oh, that's really good. I like that.
Put out by the Native
really
Governance
great.
Center.
That's great. Didn't supposedly civilization start in Mesopotamia or that region there somewhere? So everybody was in that particular area at first and then spread all over the place. So that land was up for grabs at some point when somebody settled it. Mexico, for instance, belonged to the Incas and the Mayans and many different peoples.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Many different peoples. What are Hispanics doing there? You know, it belonged to Spain.
Oh, those Spaniards came in, man.
For hundreds of years. The southwestern United States was Spanish territory for centuries. You know how long it belonged to Mexico before the Mexican-American War?
5 minutes.
Thousands of years.
Or before the liberation of Texas?
Thousands of years.
15 years.
That's a little shy of 1,000.
A little bit shy. Yeah, 15 years. It was 300 years belonging to Spain before that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is such an asinine discussion. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a little upset with you, actually.
Are you?
Yeah, I think you should start opening your show with here in Irving, Texas, the Blaze Studio. We're on land that once belonged to the Wichita, the Comanche, the Caddo, and the Cherokee Indian tribes.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Cherokee people?
Yeah.
The Cherokee tribe?
What have I done? I'm sorry.
Wow. The ones who were so proud to live. And so proud to die.
Give us some.
But the problem was we took the whole Cherokee
Cherokee
Nation.
Yeah, it sure did.
And we put them on that reservation.
Yeah.
Took away their way of life.
Yes, sir.
The tomahawk and the Bowie knife. Took that away from them.
Why would they take the...
Yeah, the Bowie knife wasn't here yet.
Took it.
Maybe
it was the bow and the knife.
There it is.
The bow and the knife.
Okay.
Took away their native tongue.
Yeah.
And then instead, we taught our English to their young.
But hey, in return, we got this palatial studio that we're broadcasting in, so thanks for that.
You didn't let me get to the beads yet, because the beads pissed me off. All the beads we made by hand, you know where those are made nowadays? Japan.
Yeah.
Japan.
China more nowadays.
But the original writings you're quoting original writings, so the Ignite wasn't done though.
No, Ignite, we got to get back to
Ignite.
Ignite
Wasn't done
because the stupidity continued for a really long time.
My name is Allison Wines. I'm a senior program manager in our Developer Tools division. I'm an Asian and white female with dark brown hair wearing a red sleeveless top.
What the hell is that?
I'm Seth Juarez, program manager in the AI platform
sight
group.
impaired.
I'm a tall Hispanic male wearing a blue shirt, khaki pants. Today we kick off 2 days of learning more about the latest solutions, exploring how these key innovations can empower you to do great things, and connecting with peers from around the world.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm Kelly Gadilla. I'm a Caucasian woman with long blonde hair, and I go by she, her. I'm a product marketing lead here at Microsoft and co-host of the podcast Security Unlocked with this guy.
Yes, that would be me. Hello, everyone. I'm Nick Fillingham. I'm a Caucasian man with glasses and a beard. I go by he, him, and I'm a security evangelist here at Microsoft. We are so excited to be with...
I mean, isn't it insanity? We are in bizarro world. That doesn't even qualify anymore. And how is it she gets away with talking about her hair? I have long blonde hair. Dude doesn't even mention the fact that he has a mohawk. Bro, now's your chance if you're going to expose.
It's just for the sight impaired, though. That's all.
Well, they need to know what kind of cat's talking to him. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, why is he keeping that secret?
I don't know.
Why is he trying to keep that from the sight impaired?
I don't know.
Why?
And
I don't know.
Are they on the same tribal lands that the other group is?
Yeah, but they didn't mention it, and they need to.
Right? I think,
why can't they acknowledge it as well?
Every cutaway should establish.
Yeah.
In our minds.
And maybe they do. Maybe every initial Ignite in the morning.
Well, that's not good enough, my friend. That's not good enough.
He said it. It's not.
That's not good enough.
And it's never going to be good enough.
He's speaking on behalf of the Comanche or the Wichita
I'm speaking on behalf of all peoples right now.
Yeah, just
all the peoples of the world.
Just stop at those two tribes. Don't mention any other
because
ones,
people
okay?
itself is not plural enough. You got to add
Thank
the
you.
S.
Does that word not piss you off too?
Yes, it
is
bugs
the
me.
most.
Been saying that.
It's the most pretentious word.
All peoples.
Peoples of souls. I can't.
It's asinine.
I can't.
What a world, man. That is. How can you work for Microsoft and not be just ashamed?
Because
ashamed
to be a what was his job again? An evangelist.
He's a security evangelist.
I believe that's what he said.
Yeah, it is what he said.
I mean, I don't know what he's pulling down a year, but I bet you it's more than a couple $100 a week.
Probably, yeah. I bet it is. I bet it is.
I wonder. Yeah, let's see here. Security evangelist.
Man,
there we go. I mean, literally, if you Google salary of a security evangelist, it's top earners are $146K.
Yeah.
The lowest is $30K. So between 30 and the average is $70K.
No way he's doing that. He's pulling down at least.
He's probably
in California on
Yeah.
people's land. Yeah, definitely more than that. Yeah. I mean, this world that we have created or allowed to be created under our noses is just absolutely insane. Literally.
And it's unsustainable. You can't sustain it this way. It's unsustainable.
With bland acknowledgement and pronouns? What are you talking about?
Preferred pronouns.
What does it matter?
Thank you. Not just pronouns. Preferred pronouns. He, him. They, them. We, us. Those are mine today.
I'm a little. Oh, is that? Oh,
yeah.
good. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You get to change them daily,
I'm a little miffed that they didn't clearly state if they were vaccinated or not.
All right.
That should be added to the descriptor.
Right. What about your vaccination status? Huh. That's a good point, Keith.
Right into Ignite. Make sure that happens.
A little hacked off.
I will not.
Yeah. Why didn't you talk about your vaccination status? We're a little concerned.
I get a Microsoft update on my email every morning. Maybe I'll just email them back.
Oh, is this the Cortana?
Hey, yeah. I'll email them back.
No, Cortana changed its name to something else.
No, it's something else now.
Yeah. What is it now?
I don't know.
Viva. Thank you.
Viva, yeah.
It's another
deleted every day.
So now I'm no longer triggered by the word just Cortana. I'm now triggered by the word Viva.
Yeah,
when I see that in my inbox.
All right. Some peoples have problems with their joints.
Yeah.
Yeah. They like their back, their arms, hips, knees, feet. Mine was in my elbow. And I think there are peoples who also have that issue with the inflammation in their elbow joint. Yeah. 360 different joints that take a beating every day through your activities and through aging, sadly. That's why your joints hurt continually and ruin your sleep. That's why I took Omega XL, finally broke down and took it because of the science. When we're young, our bodies produce SPMs. They're nature's way of keeping joints healthy. But as we age, we don't produce enough of them, which is why I was in pain. And after a week of taking Omega XL, it started to build up in my system, and the pain was lessened. And then after 2 weeks, it was just gone. So this could really help you. It could free you up. It could be a real game changer in your life. To not be in pain anymore, order Omega XL. Get a second bottle free when you go to OmegaXL.com/Pat. That's OmegaXL.com/Pat or 1-800-844-4888.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
Good.
What's up?
North Texas real estate broker Jenna Ryan. Good.
Oh, no.
She just posted, "You win. I'm going to prison." Okay? Yeah. She went to D.C. on January 6th. She was there. Yeah. And so she was sentenced to 60 days in prison and given a $1,000 fine. Good.
Wait, what's her name again?
Was she one of these people that were parading? Was she one of these people? Look at
Jenna
this.
Ryan.
I mean, she deserves
might
it.
have been.
I hope she's in prison
She
for
was
life.
live streaming it. No, just
Look at this. I hope she's in prison for life.
Just 60
after
days.
doing this.
Just 60 days.
Well, that's not enough.
$1,000 fine.
I'm sorry, that's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough to state who you stole the land from just once, and it's not enough for 60 days after doing this.
Plus the fine, though.
That's still not enough. I'm talking you never get out. We lock you up and throw the key away. Did she even go into the building? Do we know?
I don't know.
Jeez.
I don't know.
All right, 888-900-3393. More on trivia coming up next. Hi.
Upon the frozen tundra of the human mind, two teams go head-to-head.
How many weeks are in a typical year?
60.
60
yeah.
weeks is really close.
In a brutal battle between brainless boobs.
What is SPF supposed to protect you from?
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Thank you.
And senseless buffoonery.
What direction does the sun rise?
In the West.
In the west. Oh.
Dullards versus dummies.
Name one landlocked state.
California.
Oh, California.
Man, that's a good guess.
Dopes versus dodos.
A menorah is usually associated with what religion?
Voodooism.
Voodooism?
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Moron versus moron.
If you're in a selfie, who most likely took the picture?
Person in the middle.
The person in the middle.
In a monumental matchup of minuscule minds.
Who is the Speaker of the House?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on whose house you're talking about. Usually it's the wife.
Oh.
This is Moron Trivia.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
More on Trivia Day. Today's matchup featuring the Cleveland Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals.
Right.
And here's
AFC
our
matchup.
Commissioner Jeff Fisher to tell us how More on Trivia works.
Well, we're going to predict the outcome of an NFL game, and that game actually is this week, as Pat just said, is Cleveland taking on Cincinnati, an AFC, are they North now? Yeah, AFC North matchup. And we do so by calling convenience stores and other places of business in those local areas. And we ask each city 4 questions, just like the quarters in a game, 4 quarters. And the cities that answer the most questions correct wins the game, and that's who we predict will win the actual NFL game.
Yeah, this year we're really on fire.
3-5.
3 and
We're all
5.
right. We're hanging in there.
Yeah.
We're hanging in there.
Yeah, we're going for a wild card spot this year, gentlemen.
Well, there's 17 games this year.
Right.
We could finish 12 and 5.
Thank you.
So that would be pretty sweet.
That'd be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You're in the playoffs
We're
at
a
12
playoff
and 5.
team at 12
right
and
we
5.
are.
You're hosting a playoff game at that point.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that
You
turns
might
out to
not
be the case
hosting
today. So we're waiting for our first contestant in Cincinnati to answer the telephone and agree to play with it.
I was looking through the archives, and I didn't go back that far, but at least in the last several years, we have not had Cincinnati on Moron Trivia. Just because
really?
they've been so bad, we haven't even given them a sniff. And so congratulations on the Bengals being pretty good this year.
You know how proud they are of being on Moron Trivia?
Thank you.
So proud.
Thank you. I mean, Cleveland is. Baker, I'm surprised Baker isn't on the phone right now thanking us.
Boy, a lot of big stuff going on there. Looks like Odell Beckham Jr. is going to be cut today.
Oh, he is?
Wow, why?
Are you guys not familiar with the story with his dad?
Not
with
really, no.
OBJ's
Well, yeah,
dad?
his dad said something about...
He made an 11-minute video showing where Baker Mayfield did not pass to his wide-open son on the field.
Oh, wow.
This created a lot of tension within the Browns camp.
I bet it did.
Yeah, but...
I bet it did.
So they're trying to say it was on purpose?
Amber in Cincinnati. We'll get to this in a second, but first let's talk to Amber. Hey, Amber.
How you doing?
Hey.
Good. Thanks for asking. You really concerned, or you just making small talk?
Oh no, I'm just talking. I'm the manager.
Just talking. You're the manager.
Right,
yeah,
cool.
me too. That's weird. All right. We'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
Okay.
You can't ask for help, and if you don't know the answer, just take a guess. All right?
Okay.
All right. Question number 1. Who is Bart Simpson?
Bart Simpson he's the son of Homer Simpson.
Son of Homer Simpson.
Okay.
Good, yes. That's right. Question number 2. When tectonic plates rub against each other, what typically occurs? When tectonic plates... They start a fire.
Start a fire.
Now, when tectonic plates rub together, they get excited.
Yeah.
So that you're kind
Tectonic
of
plate
close.
business. You know that, Amber.
All right. Question number 3. What do the 13 stripes on the American flag represent?
Shit. I should know this.
You should know this. Yeah, you should. That's what we were all thinking is Amber should know this.
Yeah.
That's why I asked, really, because I figured you knew it.
You know, yeah. Gosh darn it.
It's the number of provinces in Canada. So, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Why?
A lot of Americans don't know that.
I didn't know
but it's
that
not
at
that
all.
It's not that hard. Amber should have known. Amber should, because she's from
Amber
Cincinnati.
Is an American?
She's from.
Should have known.
Yeah, you should have known. Yeah. All right. Question number 4, Amber, is how many inches are in 2 feet?
24.
24.
You go.
Nice job.
Many people would say that, and they'd be right, which is why they say it, and that's why you said it. You were incredible, Amber. You were incredible.
Man, fantastic.
Now, you should have known the 13 stripes on the American flag represented the number of provinces in Canada. But we're going to cut you some slack because you did know how many inches are in 2 feet, and most people don't.
Right.
All right. Thanks a lot, Amber. We're going to send you the home version of our game psychically.
Okay.
And I just
Thank
did.
you.
All right, now. Bye-bye.
All right, take care.
All right, so I looked this up, and there's only 10 provinces in Canada. Why? Oh, and 3 territories.
Thank you.
Magic.
Yeah.
Wow. Jeffy, how many? 2?
Yes,
2 for
that's
the
correct. 2.
Wow. My goodness. But why? I don't
She got
understand how it got
stumped
to
on
the
the-
American flag, though. It seems weird that we would be doing Canada's deal.
Don't ask me to explain it. I mean, the people who did this were so
It's
stupid.
just land acknowledgement from the founders.
Yeah. The people who are here before us.
Yeah.
You know, the Canadians.
Yeah, we took it from them.
Yeah, that's right.
Posers.
So,
Okay.
So back to what's his face.
Okay, so his dad makes a video. I haven't seen the video.
okay, this is
Odell Beckham Jr.
Odell Beckham
Beckham.
Jr.'s dad makes a video of the times that Baker Mayfield should have thrown to OBJ but didn't.
Right. He's like, look, he's wide open here, whatever. Again, I haven't seen it, but Baker has commented on it, and, he said...
What did he say
obviously-
about it?
Yeah, he stayed really calm. I've been very impressed with his demeanor. He said, obviously I didn't like
what
that.
can he say?
I like it.
Whatever.
He's good, though.
Right. He just said, I don't want to misquote him here, but something along the lines of, I thought we had a better relationship than this. But yeah, he has, OBJ has not been invited to practice, not allowed at practice all week.
Wow.
And so
over his dad's video?
Did he not denounce the dad's video? Is that what the problem is?
I haven't heard that. I don't think so. I don't know.
Because the implication seems to be that Baker's not throwing to him on purpose.
Right.
I guess.
We keep getting interrupted.
I know. Let's do a game.
Let's go to Sherry in Cleveland. Hey, Sherry.
Hi.
Hi. We'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
Hopefully I'll know the answers.
Hopefully you will.
You don't have to, though. It's okay.
Yeah, if you don't, just take a guess, and you can't ask anybody around you for help, okay?
All right.
Question number 1, who is Bart Simpson?
He is a cartoon character on The Simpsons.
Yes, that's exactly right. Good job. He also happens to be OJ's oldest son.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Question number 2. When tectonic plates rub together, what typically occurs?
Oh, tectonic plates rub together.
Yeah.
Fusion?
Fusion.
That's so gosh darn
so
close.
No, broken dinnerware. When the plates kind of rub together like that,
Oh,
a lot
I
of
didn't
times
know
the
what that
plates
was.
break. Yeah. the
Isn't that
plates
weird?
break.
They have a term for that, Sherry?
It's weird.
Well, it's the
Yeah,
tectonic
that is
plates.
very strange.
Yeah.
I thought so
Yeah.
too, man.
Question number 3. What do the 13 stripes on the American flag represent?
The original colonies.
Nice!
Boom.
Wow.
Thank you! You've just restored my faith and confidence in humanity.
All of it, or
Thanks.
Really nice.
Well, I
really
know
nice.
history. I really don't know scientific names.
right?
Okay, well, that's what's
I got
important.
Fusion, that was something.
Yeah. Right. It's also the number of products from the Heinz 57 company. It's weird. Heinz 57 has, they have, it's
13 stripes.
That's what the 13 stripes represent.
I mean, I'm a Heinz representative.
How many inches are in 2 feet?
How many inches are in 2 feet? 24.
24. Exactly right.
She's good.
Depends on
Wow.
who you're asking.
Oh, my God. This is silly. Thank you, though. You guys
No,
make me
thank
feel
you.
smart.
Whoa, what do you mean it's silly?
This
talking
is
about,
serious
Sherry?
business here,
This is,
Sherry. Serious
I'm
business.
on the radio.
You are.
Yeah.
You're on the radio.
My girlfriend just asked, well, who am I? She thought I was flirting with somebody.
Oh, okay. Well, I think you are doing a little of that as well.
Hello.
Maybe,
Right?
well,
Am I
that's
right?
only 'cause I giggle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're picking it
It's
up.
okay.
All right, Sherry, you have a great weekend, all right?
Oh, thank you. You too.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
I like Sherry.
She was fun.
She was on
I know
fire.
you like her because she knew the stupid 13 stripes.
Yes, I do like that.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Like
And the ketchup, too, huh?
And the ketchup. Yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Especially since it's a different number
'Cause
altogether.
when it's named 57, you
Yeah.
might
I
think
think it's 57.
57?
Nope.
Different? No.
I don't-
But no, it's only 13.
I don't challenge you when math is involved.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
3-2 is our score after the first quarter, right?
All right, now back to
Correct.
Odell Beckham
Yes.
Jr.
I
and
don't,
Baker
think that,
Mayfield.
I don't think that the dad was implying that he's not throwing to him on purpose. I think he's saying, hey, my son's stats are crappy now because Baker...
Oh, and they are crappy,
Yeah,
too.
because Baker doesn't throw to him. I think that's what he was implying.
Okay, well, so I mean, they all
But I
look
haven't
at the
seen
same.
it, so who
they all
knows?
look at the same film every week. So I mean, it's not like Baker doesn't know if he missed his man, or was he the only guy open on that play?
Yeah, well, you would think Coach would point that out. Hey, why did you throw to the tight end when
Right.
OBJ is wide open over here
Right.
for a touchdown?
And there may have been a reason.
And there may have
right?
been, yeah. I didn't see him. I never looked for him. I don't know what the reason
I don't know.
is.
Maybe
but
the 6'5" lineman to my left had blocked him. I don't know.
it is strange that Beckham Jr. has not done well with the Browns.
Right.
He's what, 57th or something in receiving.
So,
I mean, he's
why would
not
the Browns
doing well at all.
not let him show up for practice and everything?
Because I guess there's just so much tension now and bad blood. I really don't know, not being a Browns fan. I don't follow every last little detail, but I've just been hearing all week that this is what's been going on. And it sounds like he's played his last. He's probably never be at the facility again, quite frankly.
Well, good. Get out. You're whining
So
about
now we'll
that.
see if he signs anywhere because he's an expensive fella to
and
be
he's not
putting
doing
on your
well.
roster. Yeah. So who knows if he's even going to be picked up? But a lot of people are thinking, the Saints might pick him up since Michael Thomas is out for the year and probably forever. We'll just see.
Wait, he's out forever?
No, for the rest of this year. I'm talking about for the Saints. He'll probably never play for the Saints again because that's a whole other story about his injury and him not. He didn't go in for a surgery when he should have, or else he would have been back in time for this year. So now there's tension between the Saints and their best receiver, probably the best in the league.
And Jameis went down this past week, too.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
And so Taysom Hill will likely get the start.
Taysom didn't play, though.
Taysom didn't play because he's under he's in concussion protocol.
Yeah, but he's probably going to be back in time to beat the Falcons as he's done twice in 2 attempts.
Yes, please.
Against the Falcons. But hey, you know what?
Love to see that.
Tear it up, Taysom, because I'm 1-7 in fantasy football, and you're my starter this week.
I still beat the Bucs, so
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but one last point about Odell Beckham Jr. is that a team that needs wide receiver help and a team that is not doing well in the standings, so they would have one of the earliest dibs on picking him up as a free agent, would be the New York Giants. How wild would that be as if he ended up...
If he went back to the Giants. Oh, my God.
So we'll see how this plays out in the next few days.
That would be interesting. That's interesting. It's been, 3 years with the Browns?
I guess so, yeah.
Ish?
Something like that.
All right. We got Joshua in Cincinnati. Hey, Joshua.
Yes.
How are you?
Hey, man.
You doing okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. You sound a little down this morning.
What's wrong, dude?
Something wrong?
Nah, man, it's been a long day already, man.
Has it really? Yeah, for us too. I can relate to that. Mm-hmm. All right, we'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
Yes, sir.
Can't ask anybody for help, and if you don't know the answer, just take a guess, okay?
All right.
How many people make up a trio?
3.
3. Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. Question number 2. Where in the human body can you find an esophagus?
In the stomach.
In the
stomach?
Huh? It's got a connection. It's a
stomach.
It's
It's a little bit closer to your unmentionables, actually. Yeah, you find it right near the unmentionables.
Now, technically, are you mentioning them?
That's a scientific term.
Are you mentioning them technically by saying unmentionables?
Is a scientific term. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Sorry, Josh.
Joshua, question number 3. What is a cannibal?
Something that eats animals.
Someone who eats animals?
Correct.
He's confident.
No, it's actually what humans turn into when climate change kicks in.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not buying it.
Question number 4. This precious metal is represented on the periodic table as AU. This precious metal is represented on the periodic table as AU.
Iron.
Don't know. A lot of people don't know. It's tin. Tin. So, doggone it, Joshua. You were pretty good, though.
He got one, though.
Nobody's ever gotten one before.
Wow.
Nobody's ever gotten one. So, nice job. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
You too, buddy.
Probably not, actually. But, all right, bye-bye. All right.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he's all right. A little tired.
Long day. End of a long day.
A long day. Or is it the beginning of a long day?
Shut him down, though.
Or is he in the middle of it?
After his little Mr. Trio with his... that's 3.
Yeah.
Mr. Attitude. Then we shut him down.
Yeah.
How about answer the next 3? You can't.
How confident was he on cannibals? Oh, it's animals. They eat animals.
No.
I mean, I can see how you got there.
He's
just
maybe
right.
thinking of carnivores? Is that what it is? Yeah, you eat meat? Because that's...
People are animals, Corby. We're going with that. Get out of here.
No.
Oh, shut up.
No. Will not be swayed by that.
Okay, Darwin.
No. I don't want to see a flag on the fair. Well, people are animals, Pat. It's people who eat people.
You want me to throw the flag, Corby?
People who eat people are the inkiest people in the world.
Sorry, my flag doubles as a...
How'd the flag get so dirty?
It doubles as a whiteboard eraser. It's actually been cleaned lately.
Run that through the washer.
In my water. Oh, nasty.
No. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, well.
That's what I get for bringing the flag out.
All right. We'll get back to our game. We're at the Browns get the ball next in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Tied 3-3 so far, with the Browns coming up in the second quarter. Let me tell you about Real Estate Agents I Trust. If you're trying to sell your home, maybe buy a home in a new location because you're relocating, You need a realtor who can get you through this process. Somebody who's going to be really good and give you good advice and direction. Somebody who has a great track record and really good marketing plans so that you sell your home for the most money in the shortest amount of time. And I mean, this can be really stressful. And if it starts to drag on where you're not selling your house and the price starts to drop, that's a really stressful situation that you want to avoid if you can. Real Estate Agents I Trust. It's Glenn's company. His team has carefully vetted all of these agents. Now there's about 12 to 1,500 across the country that are just the best in the industry. Give it a try. Go to Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com. All right. We're in the midst of the second quarter.
Yeah.
With the Browns about to get the ball, we hope. Score's tied at 3 right now in
That's
Moron
correct.
Trivia.
Sad news, too, Pat.
What?
I feel bad for the indigenous model Quanah chasing horse.
Oh, no. What happened with Quanah chasing horse?
Quanah chasing horse says that she felt like what?
What's wrong?
Why are you laughing?
No.
Are you unaware?
I was thinking of a joke that I
Are you unaware
heard
of the model? Or we got to get the camera. The model Quanah chasing horse.
Not familiar.
This is her at the Met.
No, of course everybody knows Quanah chasing.
All right.
Oh, really?
All right.
Yeah, she's world-renowned model.
Yeah. Oh. She said that she felt like she didn't belong at the Met Gala.
Oh, no, why? Why? That's sad.
Well,
of course she belongs. She's Quanah chasing horse.
I know,
Right,
but
Wow.
nobody asked her who she was.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they supposed to? Well, that's because everybody knew who she was.
And if they do ask her who she is, and then she'll
be pissed.
Yeah, you're like, oh, what? I don't belong here or something.
But as soon as she came into the room, everybody's like, well, there's Quanah chasing horse.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's here tonight.
Obviously, they took a picture of her at the
Yeah.
Met. They take a picture of everyone that goes into the gala.
Right.
So, I mean, we're good.
I guess they were just
Anyway.
intimidated by her presence. And they're like,
Well, you would be.
I don't want to talk to
I mean,
Miss chasing horse.
If Elle McPherson came into the room, you'd be a little intimidated. You'd think, hey, there's Elle McPherson. But
Probably
the
wouldn't
same
go and
thing
talk to
went
her.
for
Right.
Quanah chasing
They
horse.
know that she's the climate activist and the
course.
only
They do.
indigenous face at the annual event.
Yeah.
And she was just bummed. No one knew her. No one cared to ask.
Gosh, get over yourself.
Amazing.
Miss
You can't
chasing
win.
horse.
You can't win because if somebody had asked her,
Yeah.
you don't know me.
Yep.
I'll bet. Jamie.
Exactly. This would have been a story. She would have made this a story one way or the other.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Somebody's a
You
little
ask,
desperate.
you're in trouble. You don't ask, you're in trouble. She got her picture taken.
I know.
What's the deal?
This is why we have land acknowledgments.
This is why.
Oh.
You're
This is
right.
why we have land
You're right.
acknowledgments.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. And that's why we found out that the Microsoft campus
Okay.
was on the land formerly owned by lots of different peoples. Lots of peoples had owned that land at one time or another.
That's correct.
And you're exactly right. That's why you must acknowledge it.
Quanah is, her heritage is Hangwechen
Yeah.
Hangwechen?
You know
Ogallala Lakota.
Oh, Ogallala, yeah.
Ogallala
Western
Lakota.
Nebraska.
And Hangwechen.
Okay.
Now here, obviously, we do this show on land that belonged to the peoples of the Wichita tribe, the Comanche.
Comanche. And?
Caddo.
Caddo?
Yeah, and then
the Cherokee.
Oh, whoa! No, I didn't say it.
Yeah.
I didn't say
Cherokee
that.
people.
Can't leave them out.
Cherokee tribe. So proud to live.
So proud.
And so proud to die.
Yeah.
You know, the problem was
Okay.
they took that whole Indian nation, the whole Cherokee nation, and they locked them on a reservation. And
Thank you.
Saved by the bell. We got Angie in Cleveland area. Hey, Angie.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
How are things in Ohio?
Cold.
Are they really?
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
there
big cold front coming through.
Are there still 4 dead there in Ohio?
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right. Is that all right? Okay. Did you say okay?
Oh, she's doing a money exchange.
Yeah, I
Angie.
think there's a transaction taking place right now.
I need a pack of smokes too, but let's go. We got a game to play.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. There. She's still there. Okay. Angie.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Hate that
Angie.
sadness in your eyes. Hope that goes away. But listen, we'd like to ask you 4 questions, if that's all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Question number 1. How many people make up a trio?
3.
3. Yeah. Sounds like you're a little pissed off to even be asked
I
that
know.
question. Question number 2. Where in the human body can you find an esophagus?
In the throat.
In the throat. Nice job. What is a cannibal?
Somebody who eats meat.
Somebody who eats meat.
Can you be more specific?
You're thinking of a carnivore there. A cannibal
Yeah.
is someone who makes cans. Yeah, it's a manufacturer of cans. Cannibal. Question number 4. This precious metal is represented on the periodic table as AU.
Gold.
What?
Boom.
Gold.
Yeah, she said it.
Oh, she said it.
Nailed it.
She said it.
Angie.
And she meant it. Angie, I think you got 3 out of 4 there, did you not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Nice job.
And
Nicely done.
she knew the third one that she got wrong.
She did.
After we said it.
After we said it.
And now that the round is over, Angie, ain't it time we said goodbye?
And it is, actually. But we do hate that sadness in your
we do.
eyes. All right. 6-3, Browns over Bengals. Okay. Welcome. 888-900-3393. We are at halftime of our More on Trivia game today. Right now, it's Browns 6, Bengals 3.
It's been a battle.
It's been a battle.
It
has. Back and forth. The lead has changed hands several times.
It's almost been a moron trivia shootout.
Almost. But not quite. So anyway, we're awaiting a contestant now in Cincinnati in this big battle of Ohio. So who's in first place is it Cleveland?
No.
Baltimore.
No.
Baltimore. Baltimore. Every team is 500 or above in that division, though.
Who do I have?
Thomas.
Hey, Thomas. Thomas,
Hey.
you there?
109.9. Yes, sir.
Yeah, baby.
Put it on.
Hey,
What's up,
man.
baby?
That's right. We're the only station beyond the bandwidth of your FM digital dial.
Hello.
Thomas, we'd like to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's okay.
Jesus. Yes, quick. Let's go.
Quick? All right.
Whoa. Thomas, okay, man.
Question number 1, Thomas.
The dude I was talking to took like 5 minutes to...
I'm sorry.
We had commercials and we had to get free burn.
We got it, Thomas. We're with you. Let's
All right,
go.
question number 1, Thomas, without wasting any more time. John Hancock
My name's Brent.
What's your name?
My name's Brent.
His name's Brent. Where did
Brent?
Thomas come from?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, Brent.
That's my middle name.
All right.
Did it change in the first 5 minutes while you were on hold?
Did you tell somebody your name was Thomas?
Quick questions.
Here we go.
All right. John Hancock is the biggest signature on what legal declaration? Yeah, that's why
Declaration of Independence.
There you go.
All right.
Somebody help you with that?
That took forever.
No.
Yeah, you can't ask anybody for help, okay?
Nobody
Thomas
can help
Brett.
you.
I'm not asking anybody for help. I work alone at my house.
All right. Question number 2. How many years are in 2 decades?
20.
How many?
20. Got it.
20?
You got
You
it.
got it.
Thomas Brent is not happy right
No, he's not.
Brent. Back to work. I got things to build.
Yeah, us too.
Yeah, us too.
Us too. Are you going to forfeit you don't want to forfeit the whole quarter.
2 more
though.
questions.
Two more questions. Argentina can be found on what continent? Are you there, Brent?
America.
South America.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
South America.
All right. And within a monarchy, who usually is the leader? Within a
King, obviously.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right, we're going to let you go then, Brent. You get back to whatever it was you were doing before.
Dude,
this.
wait a second. There's no reward or...
Yeah, there's a reward.
Yeah.
What is
We're
it?
going to send you the home version of our game. No, I'm not. I've decided I'm not going
no.
to.
Why,
No,
'cause he
there's no
wanted it?
reward. Yeah, he's whining.
No. Sorry, man.
Now, if your name were Thomas,
Look, we
we'd
got to
have
get
a
back
gift
to
for
work.
you.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
we're
Thomas.
busy
Brent.
too.
Brent Thomas,
Are you kidding me?
we're all out of
I'm
time.
your radio station, but let's go. Do you have anything for me?
Yeah, we're all out of time.
That's
We're
darn
all
it.
out of time, Brent Thomas.
Darn it.
Sorry, man. Bye-bye.
Hey, have a good day.
All right,
Yeah,
you
you
too.
too.
Wait, but the guy was at his house? What are we doing?
Did not like Brent Thomas.
No.
He's not getting the home version of our
A
game.
little cocky. Well, he got all 4.
Mm-hmm. Did he? Yeah, he did. Wow, he put the Bengals ahead. 7-6.
I know.
Yeah, he's got things to build, man.
Yeah.
Back off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, boy, that went well. But how? I want to know, was that a wrong number? Was that somebody's cousin? How did we end up in somebody's house? Anybody in there?
And how did we get the wrong name?
Yeah,
It was.
Nobody knows. Everybody's hands are going up in the air.
It sounded like he was at a store, though. It didn't sound like he was at a home.
No, I don't think he was at his house.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I
He
think
may
lied.
have just answered the phone.
Maybe he lives at the convenience store. You
I
ever
think,
think of that?
I think Thomas Brent just lied to us.
I think he did.
That's what I think. I think he's a liar. So
I think so. It's good you didn't send him the game.
Right?
So do you think his name was actually Thomas then?
Yes. And if it's not, it should be.
So are we
We're
playing?
renaming
Are
it.
we playing this game under protest with a wet yellow flag, penalty flag?
No.
No, I mean it still counts.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't
whether
know.
he was lying to us about his name or not.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, that's not part of the
Browns
rule. It's okay.
fans
People
may
can-
not be happy
people
about
can
this.
call themselves any name they want. he, him. Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
Do we know
Thank you.
which people's land he was on the phone from?
We don't.
Okay.
By the way, the biggest whales. Here's an interesting fact that you can use at parties this weekend.
Okay.
The biggest whales.
Do you have a time change party you're going to? Or?
Well, I'm not, but I know a lot of people do.
Okay. All right.
On this particular
Gadfly
weekend.
over here.
The biggest whales can eat the equivalent of 80,000 Big Macs in one day. Jeffy?
Let me eat.
True?
Is that?
They're talking about the biggest whales.
Yeah, biggest whale.
I don't know a bigger expert. Who among us?
Nice graphic. Nice graphic.
I mean,
80,000 Big Macs. What do they eat? Plankton?
Yeah.
Whales?
yeah.
You'd have
Sometimes
to have
divers.
How many plankton would you have to eat to be the equivalent of 80,000? It'd be millions. Tens of millions.
Have to be. Right?
So blue whales dive into a prey patch, whatever that is, probably a big old swarm of, I don't know, plankton.
Plankton.
Yeah.
200 times a day, but humpback whales 500 times a day.
500 times a day. Wow.
Krill swarms.
Krill.
Yeah.
Just
gulping water.
Daily snacking. I understand.
How many Big Macs could you put down?
Grazing.
Honest question. How many Big Macs do you think you could put down in 24 hours?
I don't know.
80,000? How many?
As many as a blue whale?
I mean, I would assume that 80,000 is doable.
So wait a minute. That's a blue whale can eat 80,000?
No, I think that's
caloric intake.
Well, it's the biggest whales. Yes. So
blue
blue
whales
are the biggest whale. So
well,
there you go. Right?
Why aren't they
only
biggest? Snacking on 200 a day? Blue whale versus humpback
eating
whale.
more at a
Because
time.
humpback whale was 500. Remember?
Oh,
yeah, but the
Blue
blue
whale.
are eating more at a time.
Is a humpback bigger than a blue?
We're about to find out.
I don't think so.
About
Either.
to find out from Google.
But they're eating more at one time.
I can hear people screaming at the blue whale is
It's the biggest thing ever on Earth, right?
Yeah.
A blue whale is the
Yeah.
biggest animal in the history of the planet.
So, but why are wasn't the humpback the ones that are going down there 500 times?
I think that's what you said.
Yeah,
That's what you said.
that's weird. So they're like
eating
a third
less
the
at a
size.
time.
My gosh.
Maybe the blue whale know where to go to get more per time.
Got it.
Right?
Okay. Again, back to
Maybe.
our original question, Jeffy. How many Big Macs can you put down in a 24-hour
24-hour
period? Do you think
in one day.
if gun to your
Depends
head,
on how many there are are there. I mean, McDonald's doesn't have 50,000.
how many dives would
No,
it take
that's
you to gather up all them Big Macs? So they're comparing caloric intake. That's where they're getting their number.
Okay.
About the 80,000.
All right. That's a lot of calories.
That is a lot of calories.
Holy cow, 80,000.
But if
Big
you're
Macs.
dropping down a couple hundred times a day, you're burning them up.
We should look up how many calories are in one Big Mac.
Okay.
And then you multiply that by 80,000, and then you know what the whales eat. That's a lot.
It does seem like a lot.
All right, so
It does seem like
563.
563 calories?
Uh-huh.
Is that all there is in a
Wow.
Big Mac?
I'm ready for a Big Mac, y'all.
What? All right, multiply 563.
45 million calories?
Yeah, 45 million calories sounds about right. 45
But
million.
if you're getting them, like I said, 4 or 5 times, you break that up into fifths, you're burning that up every day.
All right.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for a contestant in Cleveland, let me tell you about Rough Greens. If you're a dog owner, taking care of your pet means more than just giving your pet food and water. Your dog is part of your family, and you want their health and their happiness to be paramount. It's important to you. Well, we've been telling you about how Rough Greens changed my dog Belle. She loves Rough Greens. She used to be one of the pickiest eaters, and now she can't wait to get to her bowl every time. That's because of Rough Greens. You sprinkle it on top, and then suddenly it's a gourmet meal now. She loves it. Plus, it supplements what she's not getting in the dog food. Vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and antioxidants because it's been cooked out, completely burned out of the dry kibble dog food. Basically, all of the nutrients that are missing in most dog foods are in Rough Greens. Try it out with your dog. See if your dog is going to like it. You can find out for free, essentially, because Rough Greens will just send you a small bag. You can try it out with your dog, see if your dog likes it, and then go ahead and buy the big full-size bag. All you have to pay for, though, initially is the shipping. Just go to roughgreens.com today and let your dog give it a try. That's Rough Greens, RUFFgreens.com. Oh, we got September in Cleveland. Hey, September.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. Cool name.
Yeah.
How's October?
Let me guess, were you born in August?
No.
You were born in September, weren't you?
No.
No!
No, actually, August 28th.
I got it right.
I think
got it right
so.
the
You were
first time.
early, and your parents were like, "Nah, forget it. We already have a name picked out."
Right.
Do you have any honest question?
September's a lot better than August.
September, do you have any siblings?
Yes.
What are their names?
Betty.
Did I walk into
Makes
that one?
perfect sense.
It sure does.
Okay.
It sure does.
All right, September, we're going to ask you 4 quick questions, if that's all right.
Okay, go ahead.
Question number 1. Oh, by the way, you can't ask for any help from anybody around, and if you don't know the answer, just take a guess, okay?
Okay.
Question number 1. John Hancock is the biggest signature on what legal declaration?
The Independence.
The Independence, that's right.
She got it. Sure.
Okay, yeah. It was he also signed the Blockbuster Video membership agreement.
No way.
Really largely. He was
Right.
he was really profoundly into the
September's not buying it.
Blockbuster agreement. Put his name on there really large. How many years are in 2 decades?
20.
20. That's right.
I mean, we know you know it. You don't need to give us the attitude, but go ahead.
Question number 3. Argentina can be found on what continent?
Yeah. Nobody.
Argentina on what continent?
Yeah.
What continent? Yeah. What continent?
Yeah.
I don't know. Alaska. Or I
It
mean,
is. It's the
Alaska.
Oh, just
It's a
It's
little
right there.
late, but you were right
you
there. It's the
just ran out of
Alaska,
time.
the Alaskan continent. Yeah. Dang it.
Man, if you'd given
But
her
you
one more second.
Just ran out of time.
Shoot.
Wish we
Right.
could, but we can't.
So I don't win nothing?
Well, wait, we got one more
Not
question.
yet.
Well,
we got
see.
one more
We'll
question.
We'll see.
Calm down.
Okay.
Within a monarchy, who is usually the leader?
Within a monarchy, who is usually the leader?
Right. That's what sounds like what I asked you.
Exactly what you
Huh.
said.
Very
Don't ask
similar.
anybody for help,
Very
September.
similar.
The king?
The king. Yes. Yes. Weirdly enough,
Why are you
the king. Good job. Now, some people think it's the person who has mono. You know, would rule a monarchy.
Oh, even she doesn't.
I got
Bunch
it.
of people with mononucleosis that rule
Right.
the country, but so the person with the most mono
So when you get over it, though, are you out of power?
rule the monarchy.
So let me ask you, why would you just randomly call somebody?
Because we're
No,
playing a game
your
here.
store
It's-
was selected specially by our staff as a place that needed some promotion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
what's the name of your
So
store?
now's your chance to promote it.
All right.
What's the name of your store?
The Memorial One Stop.
Thank
Yes.
you. It's right there.
Yeah.
That's our
The
favorite.
Memorial One Stop.
Yeah.
Are you guys? You're not out of French vanilla, are you? For the French vanilla cappuccinos?
Like, one of your voices sound really familiar.
That's because you probably listen to us on the Big Frog 1099 every morning.
Right.
The Big Frog 1099.
If you know the phrase that pays,
Here we go.
the phrase that prays, we got a big prize for you.
Do what now?
Yeah. If you know the phrase, like you've answered 3 correct questions. So now, if you know the phrase that pays, you're going to win.
The phrase that pays, I'm probably not going to win.
Give it a try.
No, here you
but
go.
give it a
We're
try.
gonna help you out.
Yeah,
here it
we go.
is.
Here we go. Just
1099 is your #1 hit music station with the best variety from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, today, and tomorrow. With the most music, the least talk, and none of that sleepy elevator music.
And
wake up with the Flap Jackson Morning Show in the morning on the Big Frog 1099.
Plus,
every morning from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning. This is the Big Frog 109.9.
All right, give us that. Give us
Phrase
that
that
phrase that pays.
Come on, September.
And you win $1.09.
Big Frog, this is what you want me to say?
No, we don't want you to say anything. We wanted you to say the phrase that pays.
That's too bad. That's
darn it.
Maybe next November.
I'll be here, you guys, anyway.
We'll call you back, and we'll see if you know the phrase that pays. All right?
But hey, you were a big help to the Browns.
Are you a Browns fan, September?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Who's your favorite wide receiver that's about to get cut?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that.
Yeah, like the team.
None of us do. Nobody pays attention to that.
She's got like
All right,
Barack
September.
Obama fandom.
We got to run, but thanks for playing.
Well, thanks for not letting me win.
You bet.
No, we wanted you to win. It's not our fault.
We had the $1.09 ready to send to you, but you didn't.
I couldn't even hear you guys. Like
you didn't get the phrase.
You're
that
talking
pays.
to us. Of course you could hear us.
Whatever you were playing.
Commissioner? She couldn't hear us on a technicality.
She's talking to us. Of course you can hear us. September. We wanted to give you the prize.
Hey,
We
you
wanted
guess
to.
my middle name?
October?
What?
Your middle name?
Yeah.
What is it?
Earth.
It's a flower.
It's a flower.
Oh. September
Dandelion.
Rose.
September dandelion.
Hey, you win.
Thank
Ding,
you.
ding, ding.
Thank you.
Are you going to send our commissioner $1.09?
No,
now?
but I tell you what, when I stop in there a little bit later, you give me a free French vanilla cappuccino. We'll be good, all right?
Okay.
There you go. All right. Bye-bye, September.
See ya.
Take care,
She's
baby.
not happy.
No.
Bye. No, she's pissed.
Well, we are making people.
I'm sorry. It's not my fault she didn't know the
Right.
phrase that pays.
Thank you.
Okay.
We gave her a shot.
We say the phrase that pays every day, and you're supposed to memorize it, and
Right.
you know that.
And we didn't laugh too much at the Alaskan continent. Okay, so just
the Alaskan.
so okay.
Yes, Argentina's on the Alaskan
Thank
continent.
you.
You got it.
Can you guess my middle name?
I did.
Steve.
Nailed it.
Keith Steve.
Keith Steve.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. All right. 888-900-3393. I love this from our fearless leader, who is just so sharp.
Oh, yeah, his little
So sharp.
little note
so
card?
wonderful. Yeah, he's once again his note card. He's got it in his hand where they could take pictures of it and then blow up the picture and see what's on it. And there's his little cheat card on the faces of the names he's supposed to call on from the press.
Uh-huh.
He's got their names. He's got their faces because he doesn't know. He
No,
can't,
well,
he can't figure that out.
And we know that they're just actual mugshots or pictures, photos from the White House because they're all wearing masks. Because he said in that one time, I didn't recognize you with your mask
Exactly.
on.
Yeah. So why aren't they showing him his cheat card? Should have them in masks.
It should.
Yeah. Or they could drop the stupid rule in order to sit in.
Well, he's not going to answer any questions. I mean, they hated Donald Trump so much, but that guy talked to everybody everywhere.
Every day.
Yeah.
Everybody
How much are they
everywhere.
missing that?
He stopped and talked to them
all the time.
day.
And there wasn't any scripted questions. He was, what do you want?
Right.
What do you want?
Right. He just called on him.
I know.
Ad-libbing. Just you, Bob, go ahead. And they'd ask him things and he'd answer.
I
for
know.
Quite a while. He loved doing it.
Correct.
You know he loved that little battle back
Correct.
and forth every single day. But Biden can't
No
do it. And they
way.
know he can't do it.
No way.
MSNBC apparently knows something we don't know about Joe Biden. Listen to this.
Oh, no.
MSNBC.
So, with a current member of Congress, we're also waiting to hear from the occupant of this building, the White House. Former President Biden set to speak not too long from now. We're going to bring you his remarks live.
So he's living there. He's the occupant of the White House.
The occupant of this building,
he's
former
the
president.
Former President Joe Biden.
Did we miss a news alert on the presidency somewhere?
Are we just letting him, are we allowing him to rent the White House?
Yeah, let him reside there.
And who, if it's not Biden, who is it George Soros we should be talking to?
Yes, it is.
Is that who it is?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's Barack Obama.
Yeah. With George
Soros.
Closely by his side. How much do you think Obama has to do with what's going on?
A lot.
A lot, right? Everything, maybe?
And you know what the thing is, oh gosh, I just turned into Obama talking about Obama. He is implementing stuff he wishes he could have gotten away with 12 years ago.
Yes.
And so he laid the groundwork.
We've been Overton windowed to the point where
have.
they can get away with almost anything they want, and they do.
And they keep doubling down, man. Nothing. Just he said right after yesterday, we just haven't done our plan enough.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, that's not the message we want you to have.
Whew, man. All right, so we're going to have to call more on trivia after 3 quarters. We are predicting a Browns victory over the Bengals.
Yeah, the Browns
9-7.
defeated the Bengals 9-7. Congratulations.
So the Browns
September
win.
pulled it out, even though she was a little ticked about it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we ticked off two contestants. 2 people wanted prizes.
Yeah, Brent Thomas in September.
Yeah, they were pissed. And you only gave one out, right? You gave one to Amber, right, in the beginning.
Are the phone callers promising prizes?
Well, I mean, they're probably promising an opportunity for a prize.
No. You tell
I
them,
hope so.
You tell them, because I've done this, and you just tell them that you could be a big winner.
Oh, there you go.
You could be a big winner.
And
we're offering. You don't say
Really?
you could go home with a T-shirt or a prize.
And we're offering them an opportunity to promote their business, which we did, which we gave her a chance.
Right.
Memorial
Would you
One
say
or whatever
that
the hell the name of it was.
September got 3 out of 4 right. Would you say she was a big winner today? As promised?
She didn't think so.
I thought, good job. Big winner on the line. Pat doesn't like the way we get them on the line.
No, that's fair. That's a fair. You could be a big
winner. You could help the Browns win today.
That's right.
You
That's
help
a
the
fair
Browns?
thing.
You could be a big
You're
winner
darn
for the
right
Browns.
It is. Yes.
I mean, I don't do it anymore, but I'm just saying maybe that's worked for me in the past.
That's not a lie. That's not a lie.
It's not. It's not.
What'd you say,
You're
Corby?
right.
They can win the home game. We sent it to them.
Thank you. It's possible.
Right here.
Right. That's right. Also,
Pat's not sold on this.
No, I'm sold.
It didn't look like it, but you're going to be.
Honest question.
You're going to be.
Honest question. Is there a particular way or a phrase that you think we should use to get the contestants on the line?
No.
How else would we phrase this? Hey, you want to...
We most definitely shouldn't lie, but we don't.
Shouldn't
but
lie.
we don't.
We don't. What fabulous prize could they win? What big prize?
You could walk away as a big winner.
Wait a minute. We don't promise them a prize.
Yeah, we say you can walk away a big winner.
Right. Okay. A big winner.
All right.
It's a little inside baseball. Okay. You're the one sending them prizes.
It's fine. Get off me. It's fine.
I don't think it is.
We do your dirty work for you, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have any of those prizes that you've sent ever made it, by the way?
Yeah, they said we've had people say they get it.
Okay. Yeah. Good. How many times have we said? Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, thank you.
I think
said
legal.
it many times.
Legal. Have we crossed every T and dotted every I?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Commissioner says yes.
Let me just say this about September, because now December found the love we had in September.
Okay.
And only blue talk and love. Remember? The love that we share today?
Yeah.
Yow. Remember that? Okay, that's my final word on September and whatever else we said to her.
Maurice, is that you?
All right.
Okay.
It's been a fun week, and we'll be back for another one next week. We're getting very close to Thanksgiving now.
I know.
Yeah, we got.
the Christmas lights are up in my neighborhood.
I put mine up last night, baby.
Man.
Did you really?
I did.
It's not Thanksgiving yet.
I know.
I don't care. Have you lived in this year?
Yes.
Let's get it over with.
That's true.
And let's speed up the process.
Like next year's going to be better?
I never said that.
I warned you about this last year. Look what happened. All right. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again bright and early Monday.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.